This week on Hobie Outdoor Adventures, we'll take you to the Inshore Fishing Association's Kayak Tour, presented by Hobie Kayaks, where we'll showcase the fastest growing inshore fishing tournament series in the United States. Then go fishing with Hobie Kayaks' Keeton Eoff in beautiful northern Michigan. And learn more about Hobie at the world's largest sport fishing trade show. Plus, you still have a chance to win a free Hobie kayak. Stay tuned. Welcome to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Each week, we'll take the Hobies and peruse the country in search of adventure, fun, and fish. Whether we're drifting a stream, dissecting a lake, or covering an ocean, we'll show you the tips and tactics to make your next trip successful. Come with us, set your sail, and discover what life in a Hobie is all about. Stay tuned for Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Only a few short years ago, who would have ever imagined that inshore anglers would be fishing for redfish in a professional format? In 2010, the Inshore Fishing Association, the oldest redfish tour in the nation, expanded the tournament to kayaks to bring competition and big prizes to the large number of redfish anglers in the Southeast and Gulf Coast regions, from Texas to the Carolinas and beyond. The IFA Redfish and IFA Kayak Tours offer anglers the opportunity to compete in 6 different divisions, each offering a 3-event regular season. Teams fishing enough of the IFA's regular season events are automatically qualified for a regional championship, and then the season-ending championship event where there's a wide range of prizes on the line for top finishers. The IFA Kayak Fishing Tour, presented by Hobie Fishing, starts the next day after each of the Cabela's IFA Redfish Tour regular season events. Tournament winners are decided by a combined total length measurement of their largest redfish and largest speckled sea trout. This rule gives anglers the credit for the entire size of their catch, helping to fuel interest in redfish competitions and spotlight those conservation efforts that help ensure trophy-class fishing opportunities. The winners take home a mix of kayaks, products, and cash at every event.
This year we're very excited to partner with Hobie to introduce the IFA Kayak Fishing Tour presented by Hobie. And Jacksonville is our first event. It's more or less a companion tour to our regular IFA Redfish Tour events. Very much similar, but all for the Hobie or kayak angler. And it's very, very exciting.
The regular season starts out with the Florida East Coast Division in Jacksonville, Florida.
I think this one's gonna keep right here. Oh yeah, come on baby. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Woo! And we're very fortunate here in Jacksonville to have really the beginning of what turned out to be some of the largest kayak, well, the largest kayak fishing tournament in the world. There you go. About a 20-inch redfish. Not hurt one bit. Give him a little kiss. Now, baby. Well, you know, that's another thing about kayak fishing. It's just a different way of fishing, and it kind of takes you back to the way fishing used to be when you were a kid. Everything slows down, and you fish a lot more area. You fish spots that you wouldn't normally, probably pass by if you were in flat spot. So that's what makes it kind of fun.
I've been thinking about this tournament for a long time, and just kayak tournaments in general. I think it's really opens up to everybody. You know, anybody can afford these top of the line kayaks. You know, they're not real, super expensive. You know, they're in reach, and who knows who's going to be coming and winning these tournaments next time? Who's going to come out?
More coverage of the Inshore Fishing Association's kayak tours, presented by Hobie, when we come back. Want to win your very own Hobie kayak? We're saying thank you to our loyal fans by giving away a Hobie kayak. For your chance to win, simply go to the Hobie Fishing Facebook page and register by April 1st, 2012. And while you're there, don't forget to click like our page. This episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Sperry Topsider, a passion for the sea. Hobie. Enjoy the ride. For 30 years, Hobie has stood for the finest polarized sunglasses available. Hobie polarized sunglasses' enhanced visual acuity provides increased clarity and reduced eye strain. Hobie polarized HydroClean Plus lenses shed water and provide anglers with a crystal clear vision of the surroundings and conditions on the water. Anglers rely on Hobie polarized sunglasses to recognize the slightest movement of the fish, giving them the advantage they need on the water. Hobie polarized, trusted, quality, heritage for 30 years.
After a long day boating or fishing, hole pounding and engine vibration can do a number on your feet, knees, and lower back. Sperry Topsider's anti-shock and vibration technology reduces shock forces by up to 40% via Sperry's lateral dispersion system by deflecting G-forces outward rather than up through the soles of your feet. ASV helps you feel less beat down and feel up for staying out on the water longer. Stop shock and vibration with ASV technology. Find out more at sperrytopsider.com/ASV.
We're in Port Aransas, Texas for another competitive regular season event of Inshore Fishing Association's Kayak Tour, presented by Hobie. The surge in popularity of kayaks and kayak fishing has been taken to a new level as the IFA Kayak Fishing Tour, presented by Hobie Fishing, continues to grow in the number of anglers competing in it each season, as the anglers coming in each regular season event where they target a mixed bag of species while on the water.
There we go, I saw him chasing it. Oh, he's got some fight to him. There. Oh no, get in there. That's what we're looking for. Not even as big as I thought. He's only about 23 3/4. And we'll send this fish home. I actually won this kayak in the spring at an IFA tournament in Coquetry, Louisiana. And up until that, I always thought about getting a Hobie, you know, pedal driven, Mirage drive, but I just hadn't done it, never experienced it. So won the Hobie, took it home, used it that very week, and that was the first time I tried this Mirage drive. It is spectacular. Still trying to work this drop off. It's not producing for me. I had one hit a moment ago. Maybe the rain will speed things up.
How's it feel to win?
Feels good. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat. Just out of the Hobie Mirage Outback. Just out because it's better than the one I started with. Hobie tournament, I'll keep supporting Hobie.
How do you like your Hobie?
I love it. Best thing since sliced bread.
Championship, you planning on being there?
I have to. I took #1 for Texas. I'm gonna go for the big deal.
Oh, tell me what you're looking forward to there.
Lots of big fish, nobody else catching anything.
For a complete set of the tournament rules and to learn more about the Redfish Tour, visit redfishtour.com. To discover more about kayaking and Hobie fishing, go to hobiefishing.com.
One of the great things about Hobie kayaks is they continue to innovate, from our Mirage drive system to making accessories that make fishing out of your kayak a lot easier. I wanted to show you this horizontal rod holder kit that Hobie has come out with. It's a really nice design for keeping your rods stored on the side of the boat and out of harm's way, especially when you're fishing around brush or docks, or if you're launching in and out of the surf. It's really easy and simple to install and use. It's got a rod tip protector right here that's made from a material that can bump into rocks or docks or anything like that. And then if you move back here, the clasp which holds the rod butt to the boat, it also can just rest in there as a little area just for leaving your rod there for quick access. So that's how it attaches to the boat and unattaches, and pull your rod out, make that cast, good to go. If you like to fish in the surf where there's a possibility you might be rolling your kayak and worrying about rods breaking, this is a great way to keep your rod safe. Also, if you're fishing around brush or heavy cover and you want to keep your rods out of the way, not hooking on trees or anything like that, or docks, this is a great way to store your rod horizontally out of harm's way, and it's also easily accessible at any time.
Hobie's Mirage Drive kayaks set the standard for fun on the water. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventure, Hobie's got a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for efficient and powerful propulsion and enhances your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride. For 30 years, Hobie has stood for the finest polarized sunglasses available. Hobie Polarized Sunglasses enhanced visual acuity, provides increased clarity and reduced eye strain. Hobie Polarized HydroClean Plus lenses shed water and provide anglers with a crystal clear vision of the surroundings and conditions on the water. Anglers rely on Hobie Polarized sunglasses to recognize the slightest movement of the fish, giving them the advantage they need on the water. Hobie Polarized, trusted, quality, heritage for 30 years. We meet up with Linda Puya, the owner of Seaworthy Marine Supply in Rockport, Texas. She's among the growing number of women competing in the IFA Kayak Tour each year.
I'm feeling great. I didn't sleep much last night, worrying about all the details that go on to Hobie kayak fishing, because I've never been in a Hobie tournament, much less been fishing out of this thing. So finally about midnight, I finally calmed down and tried to think of something besides Hobie. Hobie, you're in my dreams. I love to fish. Been fishing and started my business 10 years ago and have been fishing since then. I've started a women's fishing tournament 10 years ago that now draws 1,000 women to this area. So it's very exciting. It's exciting to see girls get out on the water and to be empowered to go without their husbands. And with this kayak, that's exactly what you do. You don't have to put any gas in it. You don't have to figure out which throttles to work. You just get in it and go. Well, I want to make sure my feet are touching. You know, when I do the instructions, this is kind of what I do. Those women are so worried about the boat flipping out. So this is what I do. I say, look at this, you're not going anywhere. We have a Texas Outdoor Women's Network here in the Rockport-Fulton area that encourages women to get out and go fish and to be in the outdoors. And we go out every Wednesday and truckload of kayaks and invite the women to come out and fish. And they're women of all ages. There are some that are 70 years old that have never gotten in a kayak and they need a little bit of help to get down in it. But you should see the smiles on their faces knowing that they got there and got on that water by themselves. And I would just say to all the women that stay behind when they watch their husbands go fish is pack yourself a sandwich too and get your girlfriends and get your Hobie kayaks and get out there and go fishing. Bring home the supper. That'd be a shock to your husband.
Upgrade in kayak, just a win is awesome. It's the first tournament I've won, so I won a Hobie kayak, so my expectations are a little bit ease on the arm with a little pedal power, so that'll be real nice. IFA is great. I mean, it's just all around good time, and everybody's real nice. It's just a great tournament. I really like the IFA now that I'm a winner.
The next stop that we'll take a look at as we showcase coverage of the Inshore Fishing Association Kayak Tour is Orange Beach, Alabama.
It's time to go find some trout, get them early. If you don't get them early, they're a little bit harder to catch when the sun comes up a lot more. So, got a Hobie Pro Angler. It's probably the best fishing kayak I've ever been in, or kayak. So if you're a person that just wants to paddle around, or if you want to fish, this is the kayak. You can literally stand in it, 3-4 foot seas and not fall out if you got any kind of balance to you. Got a lot of storage. Open up your hatch and you just keep your stuff, whatever you're carrying along with you. I like keeping it lightweight. and, you know, some baby wipes for emergencies. It's a great kayak. And the advantage with having a pedal drive system, my Cadillac, it flies. I mean, it gets through the water good. If it's rough seas, a windy day, Hobie is right there, man. This thing goes right through the water. So it's just been a good kayak. It's got a nice seat in it if you got a bad back. You'll be in that thing 3-4 hours. Just stand up and stretch, sit back down and keep going. That's what I'm talking about right there. They've been named bull reds for a reason. Pulling like a bull. He ain't too excited about being caught here, so. Here he comes. Now that, my friends, is a bull red. Now he ate that plug, topwater plug, he ate the whole thing. Super careful here. Now that is an Alabama slammer, Bobby. This, guys, is probably the biggest redfish I've ever caught in my life. And it won't be the last. So if you're thinking about catching some big reds, Alabama, Orange Beach, they're here. I'm very, very happy. A lot of good people with the IFA tour. Great set of people. The rules are fairly simple. Just do what you're supposed to do to keep your integrity. Bring on one of these.
This is the first championship. We'll never have another one. We may have all kinds of championships, but we won't have a first one. There's never been one before. So this is it. This is number one, and we're so proud. You know, it's great.
For more information or to become a member of the IFA, the fastest growing inshore fishing tournament series in the United States, go online to redfishtour.com or ifakayakfishingtour.com. To discover more about kayaking and Hobie fishing, go to hobiefishing.com. Want to win your very own Hobie kayak? We're saying thank you to our loyal fans by giving away a Hobie kayak. For your chance to win, simply go to the Hobie Fishing Facebook page and register by April 1st, 2012. And while you're there, don't forget to click like our page.
Meet the boss, the boogeyman, the fish of 1,000 casts. Find the fridge and you find the muskies. They're never late for dinner. With HDS and Structure Scan, I'm checking both sides of the boat, covering more water faster and finding the food these monsters eat. Get HDS and bag the boogeyman. I'm Pete Mena. Change your view with HDS and Structure Scan.
This episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Hobie Polarized, trusted quality heritage. Lowrance and the new faster HDS Generation 2 with optional structure map view. Hobie kayaks provide the ultimate lightweight fishing platforms that will offer anyone what they want when it comes time to hit the water. Hobie Kayak's commitment to innovation, quality, and owner satisfaction is unparalleled in the industry. So when it's time for you to go kayaking, remember there's only one name to remember, and that's Hobie Kayak. Let's take a break from the competition and enjoy the times with nature. We take Hobie Pro Angler to test out water in Traverse City, northern Michigan. Michigan fishing is all about the passion for fresh air, biting fish, and enjoying a few good laughs with friends. Home to some of the country's feistiest trout, walleye, and salmon, fishing Michigan's water is sure to leave you with a catch to brag about. With 4 Great Lakes, 11,000 inland lakes, and hundreds of rivers and streams, there's no end to the places to cast your line during your fishing experience. With trout, walleye, salmon, perch, bass ready to bite, Michigan is home to some of the best catches a fishing trip can ever offer.
Getting my Pro Angler decked out here. I'm in northern Michigan, tons of small lakes, public access, We've got the Hobie Pro Angler, super stable, super comfortable. If you've never fished out of one of these boats before, you got to try it. One-man job. If you're willing to work a little bit, you can get to a lot of places and catch a lot of fish that other people can't touch. Always drop the rudder. It's time to go fishing. It's not a fish. Dang it. Fish. Ah. Didn't feel quite as big, but so how's that? I think they're about twins. This one's a little bit shorter. Another nice fish on the Cinco. Nice 3 to 4 pounders today. Both he and I are having a good time. He's going home and I'm going fishing. Ah! How about a northern pike? Get out of here, out of my hole. This is when the fish grips come in really handy. They told me there's some northern pike in this little lake, and finally caught one. Long skinny critter. They're pretty and they're fun to catch. They're aggressive. But, as long as I don't lose any lures from them, I'll be happy.
Keeton has been able to take his Hobie kayak and fish in a small, out-of-the-way location where he's able to fish water that others in a large boat simply don't have access to. And he's able to do it as comfortably as any fishing platform around would allow him. And it's showing with all the fish he's catching.
I like the fact that he's pulling me out deeper. Oh yeah, run a little drag. He is staying down deep. Whoa, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Open her up. Let's go for it. Ah. Ah. Love it, love it, love it. Here we go. Ah. What do we got here? I may have just changed baits and got him. I don't know if it's the same fish that I saw under me, but I thought I changed the spinner bait. He hadn't seen it. Oh yeah, that is another nice fatty. Wow, now that is a nice bass. Thick backed. I'm gonna look at him again, let him breathe. Wow, fat fish. Northern largemouth. Northern Michigan, way up top of the US. I came up for a hunting trip at Limberlost Farms, got me a nice big deer, and now I'll do a little big bass fishing. Only way to go. Woo!
Next week, fishing in the city. We'll take our Hobie kayaks to the capital of Texas. Stay tuned for our next episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures.